It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ernie
Celtics,
Johnson here with Kenny
Mavericks.
Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports. It's been an
We got
interesting
Michael
season
Beasley
so
spotted.
far. Lots of action, lots of intrigue.
Bye, Ernie. Hello.
It's the Celtics in Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. The Mavericks hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. And, of course, Dion Waiters. This is their first game without him.
And it's a trade that it caught me a little off guard. I have to be honest, Kevin. He played such a big part for this team. And really the last guy I expected to see them move.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Lowry out there with Dwayne Wade.
Ooh.
And there's Porzingis. Then there's Beasley. And it's
Chip
Gordon
down.
in at the 3 spot.
This is where people get excited about Porzingis. Yes, he's got finesse, but he's not afraid to get in there and trade some elbows. Go ahead, big fella.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Now, here is Russell. Screen by Sharch. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Lowry. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Lowry leading the charge.
You get the sense Kyle Lowry's eyes open wide. If he's in the open floor and gets up court, look out.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. And Kyle Lowry, one of those players you love to play with and hate to play against.
All right, because he's been described as a pit bull when he takes the court. You talk about a guy who's got a chip on his shoulder. Seems to me, Kyle, every time he steps between the lines, he's trying to make a believer out of you.
Here's Lowry. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, here's Gordon. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
You know, and that was a nice find by KP. Saw the open man. He was on time, on target with the pass. Perfect.
Russell kicks to Hardaway. Back to Russell. Pass to Towns. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Lowry dishes to Gordon. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. Lowry passes to Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Wade. And he can't bank that one in. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Richardson kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Russell. Screen by Sharch. Off the pick. Again, the Mavericks score.
And whether on or off ball, Russell really knows how to work off screens.
Celtics trail by 3. Gordon a screen. Lowry passes to Porzingis. Inside. And there's the 3-second violation. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. 5th, Porzingis.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Russell dishes to Hardaway. And Sharch kicks to Richardson. Feeds it to Towns. Over Porzingis.
Yeah.
Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Gordon kicks to Lowry. And a miss there on the triple. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Hardaway. Here's Sharch. And stolen by Gordon. To the inside. Beasley, the pass to Lowry. It's tipped. Porzingis kicks to Wade. Gordon for 3. It's not going to go for him. Russell.
D'Angelo.
The shot misses. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game.
We got
Mavericks ahead,
6-9.
up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Here's Lowry. And in the game with Memphis, he did not play well.
Well, the three-pointer, right? A much more significant piece of the Celtics offense. They went from middle of the pack to top 3 in makes from deep last year.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Richardson, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Saric in at the 4. Russell kicks to Richardson. Screen by Russell. Richardson against Wade. Richardson, no luck.
And this is really good defensive pressure, whether he gets the block or not.
No, Greg, you're absolutely right. This is strong defense. It's about making the shooter feel uneasy, and that's what he did.
And for the Celtics last season, their three-point attempts up by almost a third. At the same time, improved their percentage.
Well, this is an organization that reflects the way the league is going. They are especially dead from the corners with those threes, and that really elevated their offense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player.
And you got to like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
Hardaway dishes to Russell. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Can't connect from short range. Shot by Gordon, wide open. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Hardaway passes to Towns. Over Porzingis. Towns, no luck.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
Beasley kicks to Lowry. There's 1:34 left to play in the first half. Gordon with the screen for Porzingis. Lowry for 3. Saric grabs the board.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot. You know, I think the defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he could knock it down, and he does.
Wade kicks to Beasley. And 1:01 left to play here in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Gordon. Gordon with another miss. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
No, I completely agree. They completely took the crowd out of it. They were scorching hot from the perimeter all night long.
On the free throw, no good.
And looking at Towns and what he can do on the floor already at his age is impressive. This is a guy who's going to be a 20 and 10 player perhaps for the rest of his career. And as young as he is, I tell you, the sky is the limit.
Screen by Saric. Wade against Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Steps back and fires. And it comes off the front of the rim. And here's Gordon. He's got 5. Takes a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Boy, that's a pass I don't think anyone saw coming other than maybe Kyle Lowry. What vision.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And Kenny, what are your And that wraps up half.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. Boston shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. On the floor for Boston. Gordon out there with Beasley. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Lowry. And it's Porzingis in at the center filling out the middle.
Well, that's execution to perfection. Lowry uses the screen and makes it look easy.
Hardaway dishes to Saric. Hardaway passes to Russell. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Celtics leading by 3. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's Gordon with the finish.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And Towns gets it to go. Of course, you've talked a bit about leadership, both on and off the floor. What are some of the traits, in your opinion, that make someone a person who would want to follow and the characteristics of a leader?
You know, I'd say someone who prioritizes winning, even at the expense of their own success. That would be the first thing. And then someone who's ultra competitive. Somebody who's available on a night-by-night basis. Somebody who doesn't let a little nick or a bruise impact their availability on a particular night. So unselfishness, competitiveness, and availability are 3 attributes that I love.
And leaders can be followers from time to time, too, don't you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. You have to be willing to be a part of a group, and sometimes that means ceding your leadership position.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Wow, that's what you call putting the time in the offseason to stretch that range. Towns now consistent from every spot on the floor.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Good on the bucket. Lowry's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Richardson against Gordon. Richardson kicks to Russell. Towns dishes to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Saric passes to Russell. Over Lowry. That one wide left.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Dishes it to Gordon. Back to Lowry. Beasley inside, covered by Saric. Muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. And Doris coach Rick Carlisle approaching irreplaceable status in some people's eyes in Dallas.
Well, Kev, NBA coaches are always under pressure. There's no question about that. But for Rick Carlisle and the Dallas organization, there seems to be great comfortability. It doesn't appear to me that Rick Carlisle is going anywhere anytime soon.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way. Yeah, not many guys entering the league impact their teams this fast. Russell is an exception.
Screen by Porzingis. 3-pointer, Lowry. No good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. The dish to Russell. He feeds it to Richardson. The 3. if they'll get another chance. And he comes up with the deuce. 13 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, such work ethic. Towns brutal on the offensive glass.
Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Lowry kicks to Gordon. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Towns a screen on Lowry. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hardaway dishes to Saric. Richardson against Gordon. On the wing, Hardaway. Fires the three. Saric passes to Russell. Wade with the defensive effort. Lowry. That shot no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Celtics lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, we're doing so many good things on offense. Keep moving it.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Richardson is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Richardson kicks to Towns. Over Beasley. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Karl Anthony Towns.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Beasley the screen. Lowry against Russell. Kicks it out to Beasley. There's Gordon with the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Russell with a wide open look. And that misses. That would have put him up.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Richardson against Lowry. Beasley outside. Here's Gordon. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Russell kicks to Towns. Second shot opportunity. Excellent D there from Beasley.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Gordon against Richardson. Lets it fly. That one a little long.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Russell dishes to Richardson. The pass to Towns. Over Porzingis. Another miss by Towns.
My goodness, get right in his grill and force him to alter the shot. That's tough defense in the post.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Well, Kyle Lowry has proven to be a dead-eye shooter when given space, and he's comfortable off the dribble or catch and shoot.
Towns, no luck.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
Lowry kicks to Gordon. Gordon a screen. 1:25 left in the game. That doesn't go either for Gordon. Mavericks shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Russell passes to Saric. Hardaway kicks to Towns. Puts it up from 12, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. And that's 17 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Gordon. He dishes it to Beasley. And stolen by Richardson. 54 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Russell kicks to Saric. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
How about The calm demeanor of Towns, well made for pressure situations. Well done that time. He is a player you can always count on in a situation like that.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to Memphis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
They cannot afford to lose a single possession at this point.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. He sinks the clutch free throw.
A terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And when a player scores over half his team's points, you know he's going to be our pick. Even when he's been the exclusive focus of the defense, they just haven't been able to keep him in check. A tremendous individual effort.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Evan?
Thank you, David. He hits the first one, and that ties the game up.
That's an example of the release point being so high the defender has no options. You just don't see that many players. Porzingis' size 7'2", 7'3", who can stroke the jumper the way he can. But those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
You'd think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand.
Russell kicks to Sharch. Hardaway dishes to Towns. Yes!
Oh, does he deliver? That is a determined young fella right there. Karl Anthony
2.4
Towns.
seconds. That's enough for a shot. Here we go.
They trail by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth.
Oh, he's going to Lowry. Lowry or Gordon.
Lowry for 3. Count it!
Oh!
Every possession critical, and Kyle Lowry delivers once
brutal.
again.
That's game. I was going to somehow get an alley-oop, but I don't think you can.
And so it's
Rick.
Boston scraping by with the win. This win, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Towns was 66 and 24. He only does it all. He just can't win though. Shoot, no one else was even close. Okay, Gordon with 42. Lowry with 39 and that game-winning 3. Porzingis with 18 and 27. Then surprise Beasley with 9, 12, and 12. And a steal. Well, 3. He got it done for him. He got it done. A lot of paint. Awful lot of paint. Pretty even match.